Hey everybody, Dr. Rick dropping in on you. Hope everybody is having an unbelievable week to this point. I hope that the things that you are pursuing in life, the goals that you are setting, all the things that you aspire are in alignment with what you're seeing and what you are receiving. If not, remember what I always say: if you are still breathing, you are still in the fight. I cannot stress that enough, that I think that we lose sight of the long game and we get caught up in the moment, the circumstance, the situation, and we lose sight of the destiny and the destination, and we quit, we give up, we lay down, we fold. I want to encourage you before I share anything else with you. If you're still breathing, stand up, square your shoulders, hold your head up. You may have made a bad mistake. You may be behind the eight ball. You may be in your mindset years behind where you think you should be at this point in your life. Let me tell you, if you're still breathing, there's redemption. If you're still breathing, there's opportunity. If you're still breathing, you're still in the fight. Don't you dare quit. Don't let your circumstances talk you out of your destiny. Now, let's talk. Man, this one is big to me because I see it so often and it's such an immense passion for me, is the importance of understanding the power of your gift. Um, Scripture says that your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men, but the entire premise and concept behind that is so much bigger than what it may seem in that one little take. Here's the thing: far too many people are going to end up dying chasing someone else's shadow, attempting to be what someone else is, attempting to emulate. I'm not saying you don't take strategy or patterns, but everybody has a gift. That's the uniqueness. In a world of carbon copies, your value is in your uniqueness. Your value is in your ability to execute your design. The grand creator of this universe created you and gave you a unique gift. And one of the biggest challenges and problems with public education is it isn't teaching two individual gifts. It's a universal idea and specification of what the standard expectation is, but nobody's looking at the gift. They're talking about the kid is struggling and has learning disabilities. No, you're not tapping into the gift. You're not teaching towards the gift. You're not teaching towards their power, their prominence. Their advantage in this world is the gift. I'm trying to tell you that there's something inside of you that's placed there that gives you an advantage in that particular area that the world needs you to execute. It's literally something inside of you that the world is yearning for. You have a responsibility to the designer to execute your design. You have a responsibility to the designer to live at the level of your design. You have a responsibility to yourself to access and actualize your potential. You are responsible for living at your best. I'm not saying every day is going to be great. I'm not saying that there won't be setbacks. I'm not saying that there won't be delays. I'm not saying that there won't be disappointments. What I'm saying is you have a responsibility to stand up, wake up, go out into this world and do what you were designed to do against all odds. Give yourself permission to be in the process. Give yourself permission to make mistakes and be human. Give yourself permission to sit up and say, this wasn't a great day. But whatever you do, don't quit. Whatever you do, don't settle. Whatever you do, don't chase somebody else around trying to walk in their light, basically chasing their shadow so that you can do what they've done is what they've done. Be inspired by them. Celebrate them, but understand there's greatness inside of you too. There's something inside of you that when you access it, activate it, and actualize it, you will touch the world in ways you have never imagined. You were meant to live an imprint. You were literally put here to create a legacy that empowers many, not just during your time here, but after. I tell people all the time when I speak, that the first half of my life was about me. It was about me proving what I could do, proving what I could have, and all these things that people get excited about. And you find out that it doesn't do anything for you. That's why a lot of people who seem to have everything end up killing themselves, especially men. Why? Because they got all the things that they thought would fill this need of this space inside of them, and they found out it was still empty. Why? Because that's where your purpose belongs. That's where your passion belongs. That's where you're supposed to be. I tell people all the time, the first half of my life was about me. The second half is about my legacy. It's about what I'm leaving that will speak of me long after I'm gone. Um, and I build it in my humanity. I don't build it being afraid of making mistakes. I don't build it being afraid of failure. I don't build it being worried about what people are going to say or how people are going to perceive. I know if I put in the work, if I touch people, if I help people, if I do the best I can, my life will speak for me. I've shared with you before one of the best life lessons that my great grandmother ever taught me was stop trying to prove to people who you are and let the life that you live speak for you. Yeah, there are going to be some things you look at and go, man, that didn't look very good. But at the end of the day, it's the conglomerate collective of what you've done, your collective impact, the work you've put in, and you've got to wake up every day and answer the bell, but you've got to do it in a way that's accessing and you in actualizing your gift. We have to stop trying to be the next anything. I don't want to be the next anything. I don't want, matter of fact, I'm so big on this. Some of the people that have inspired me in my historical studies have been Marcus Aurelius, um, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Dr. John Howard Clark, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, and I can go on to different athletes that inspired me and all of these different things. But at the end of the day, when people ask me, based off my understanding, it was Dr. Francis Cress Welsing that inspired me to get into the field of psychology. Uh, and it was Dr. Naeem Akbar and Dr. Amos Wilson that really truly thrust me and challenged me to elevate my approach to studying things for the sake of solution. But when people ask me, well, who is your hero? No man I hold in higher regard than C.D. Wallace, my great grandfather, the man who adopted me and raised me as a son, my mom's father. Nobody man I hold in a higher regard. He is the epitome of manhood to me. I have some people, like I said, that I admire, but none of them are my hero. You know who my hero is? My hero is the man that I see me being 5 years from now, the better version of myself. And you know why that's my hero? Because I can actually become that person. That's who I'm meant to be. So I look 5 years down the line and I see the wisdom that I'll have that I lack now, the experience that I've gained that I lack now, the patience that I've developed that I lack now. See, it's always room for growth. There's always room for improvement. There's always room to become a better person. No one is perfect. No one is sitting around and has all the answers. When you meet the person with all the answers, run. Look, let me tell you something. Be that person. See the best version of yourself. Look at the things that you can improve on. Look at the things that will make you a better person, a better mate, a better parent, a better sibling, a better partner in work and in business, better in your career and in your faith and everywhere else. Look at it and say, okay, these are the things I need to work on. And say, if I improve this by this much, and I improve this by this much, and I improve this by this much, this is what I'll look like 5 years from now. Put that person in your mind and staple it to the wall of your mind. And that's your hero. That's the person you're striving to become. That's the person you're waking up to be every day. And if you wake up every day striving to be that, you're going to be something close to it or maybe even better than it by the time you get to that point. And all along the way in that 5 years, you're going to find yourself being the best you can be because you're striving for something greater. Stop trying to be something else. Stop letting situations and circumstances quiet you Stand up, square your shoulders, look yourself in the eye, in your phone camera, in your mirror, and say, I'm built for this. Look, on that note, look, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. There are some awesome resources in the description box, including our Mind Unleashed course, which is an online course that addresses what I just talked about and so much more. But whatever you do, you have to make up in your mind that you are going to live life at the level of your design. The designer is depending on you doing that. You have a responsibility and a level of accountability to the designer on what you do with the design. Stop settling. On that note, I'm out of here. As I always say, I live my life on full so that when I leave this place, I die on E. I challenge you to do the same thing. On that note, I'm out. You guys have an unbelievable remainder of your day.